going on, guys? Pop Stones doing another card review. It's July 27th for the Boomsday Project reveals. I got 6 cards. Um, yeah, uh, we're just gonna get things off. Use the Hearthstone top deck still, look at cards, yada yada yada. So we're gonna start off with this, even though I moved this to the front. This is the new Paladin Legendary. It's a Crystalsmith Kangor. It's a 2-mana minion, 1/2 stats, Divine Shield, Lifesteal, and your healing is doubled. So I want to talk about this first because there's a lot of controversy with it right now. Like you can see on this website, rating 3.5, and I mean, people say it's kind of bad. It's a low health, low statted in general minion. It's only 2 mana, but the main thing is your healing is doubled, I guess. And people kind of think that it's just not that good because it's low stats, but I think that this card is sleeper OP in my opinion. I've heard the controversy, all that, but you got to think about it in the sense that this is going to bring Control Paladin back into the meta along with the other card they got today and the potential support that could come through. Because imagine 10 mana, you just drop this, play Lay on Hand, 16 health. Imagine play this with Blessings of Kings or Spikered Steed or anything that buffs your healing is going to be absurd. So you're going to have crazy good sustain, and in Control Paladin, that was one of the bigger issues is surviving early and then dominating late with cards like Tyrion and the Paladin hero Uther with his lifesteal weapon. So his weapon would hit for 10 lifesteal. I mean, I think this card's really good, and it's going to be in a sense meta defining if Control Paladin makes it back, if there's not too much aggro, or if there's ways to sustain around it. So I'm going to throw this out there. I'm going to say this is a 5-star card. That's just my opinion. It's a bold prediction. But I think this card, along with the other cards, will bring Control Paladin into the meta if they can deal with aggro. So, just a personal opinion, like I said, but I think I've got high hopes for this card. I'll definitely be testing it out if I get it. So yeah. Then on to the more boring stuff, I guess. We got Cosmic Anomaly, 4-mana mage minion, 4/3 stat line, so not fantastic. Spell damage +2. It's not a bad card. It's probably 3-star. I don't know. I get they're trying to make spell damage a thing, but is it really going to be that good? It's kind of debatable. Yeah, I guess we'll wait and see if they get any better spells, because they got one today and it's not that great, to be honest, but that's okay. It's got potential maybe also in Tempo Mage, but you're not really playing 4-mana minions in Tempo Mage unless it's like Vex Crow or Life Drinker or things like that, things that give you a lot of value versus +2 spell damage, so we'll see. Then we got Myra Rotspring, another legendary, a rogue legendary, 5-mana 4/2, so really terrible stats, but Battle Cry is discover a Death Rattle minion, also gain its Death Rattle effect, so this card has a lot of potential. You could get some good things, like, I don't know, the Splitting Splinter Graft or whatever, or Bone Drake, things like that. Or, you could end up getting like Voodoo Doll, and you could just, instead of using its battle effect there, you could add one to your hand because you also get that. But at the same time, there's some bad ones, like things you don't really want, like Taking Abomination, yada yada yada. This card has potential. Do I think it'll be great? Probably not. You could also, build Death Rattle Rogue, which wouldn't be, it maybe have to be its own archetype, but they have that like Onyx Spellstone for summoning back minions if you've played Death Rattles, so that's got potential, but probably not too great. 3 stars also here. It's the best I can give it. It'll probably just be more of a fun card, but we'll see. Then the other part too of why Control Paladin makes its comeback here, we got Shrinkray. It's a 5-mana spell for Paladin. Set the attack and health of all minions to 1. So this card can be freakishly dominant. So you gotta imagine, um, say they got a big board of minions and they're just like heavy hitters, you just Shrinkray and they're all 1/1s. So there's that. Right up the gate, just as a standalone card. Then you gotta imagine this in Consecration. It's a 9 mana clear over a quality, but it's also a clear, because previously your only way to do that was a quality Consecrate or a quality Pyromancer. So now you can do 4 sets, because you could do like Pyromancer quality or Shrinkray Consecrate or yeah, like etc. So I think this card's got big potential. Like I said, I think Control Paladin will make a comeback. I'm hoping it does, to be honest, because me personally, I don't know about everybody else. I like control style decks. I think it makes the game more skill based in a sense. Because with aggro, it's like just punch each other in the face so you can punch each other fastest. Like I played during Pirates and stuff. I mean, and sure, I've played Pirates before, and it's like, it's not that fun. You know what you're going to do every game, and you have a plan. And if they outplay you by playing taunts or something like that, you lose. And if not, you just win. So I think Control's fun. Razakus, Priest, things like that back in the day, those were super cool. Like Highlander style decks, those were fun. They took skill and knowing when to play, your certain cards that you have. So I'm hoping it makes a comeback, and I think it's definitely got potential too. So be on the lookout for that. Um, don't tell me I'm wrong. I think it'll make a comeback. If not, I'll accept that. But you can probably check my channel for a list when it comes out. I'll give it a shot. And we got Shooting Star, a 1 mana mage spell. Deal 1 damage to the minion and the minions next to it. So this card isn't that great. Realistically, in my opinion, you can play Arcane Explosion for 1 more mana and clear the whole board. And I get it's not horrible because it's 1 mana less. So it's definitely an early focus card, but like with spell like they're trying to make it seem like, oh, if you have spell damage out in this, it'll do 3 damage to 3 minions, but that's not that great. You might as well play 1 extra mana and clear the whole board if you're playing something like this in the first place. So I think this card's not great. 2 stars at best. Oh, Shrinkray is 4, by the way, just in case anybody's wondering. But I'd say this is probably 2. It's not better than Arcane Explosion. It's only 1 mana less. And Arcane Explosion doesn't see play by itself anyways, so there's that. And then last but not least is our last legendary. 3 legendaries today. Is an exciting day, but it's definitely more of a pack filler card. Zarek, Master Cloner. It's a 6 mana priest minion, 5/5 death rattle. If you've cast any spells on this minion, resummon it. So, first off, the artwork on this card is super sick. I'm not gonna lie, it looks really good. It's definitely a good looking card. Shout outs to whoever designed that. But this card's not that great. I mean, it's a 5/5 and you have to play something on it. So like if you put Power Word Shield on it, it's a 5/7, it dies, it comes back as 5/5. But at that point, you might as well be playing Karen Bloodhoof, which is a 4/5 and guarantees another 4/5, rather than this one just being a 5/5 and having to buff somehow to get it back again. So I don't think this card's really that great. I mean, it has potential, especially if it's in like Death Rattle decks. You could do some weird shenanigans with it if you can keep, buffing it up or whatever and spelling it and then resummoning your Death Rattle to get your quest done. But overall, it's just like Karen Bloodhoof, except it has 1 more attack and you have to do something to make it come back. So most of the time it'll probably only come back once, maybe twice on a good day, but I think once mostly. So if you might as well just play Karen and avoid crafting this. Unless, you really want it, obviously, but I don't see this being that crazy of a card, I guess we'll have to wait and see, but I don't know. I think this is more of a pack filler card, but it looks cool. No doubt there. So, that's all I got for today. I'll be back tomorrow with the next review. Until next time, drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and comment if you agree or disagree. Let me know what you guys think. And thanks for stopping by. Until next time, catch you guys later. Peace.